Hello, and welcome to my second attempt at ASMR schedule predictions. This is for the AFC West. Let's see if I can get through the whole thing this time. I only was able to get through half of Kansas City, so we're going to do things a little more prepared this time, and also a little bit faster. The way I'm doing this is I'm going to predict I'm going to give each game a ranking in terms of what team I'm talking about, how well I think they're gonna do. About 1 is like I don't think they're gonna win it almost at all. 2 is it's like a toss-up. 3 is I think they're likely gonna win. And 4 is like they're definitely gonna win. And then at the end, well, I think definitely gonna win, in a personal opinion at least. When I get to the end, I'm gonna tally all those numbers up, and I'm gonna give each team an individual score, and whatever team has the highest score has the most likely chance to win their division. In my opinion, it's gonna work. This is for the 1s. For the 2s. For the 3s. Depends for 4. Alright, let's get started. Kansas City is the first one on the bat, even though we already started with them. We're going to try and get to them real fast. Alright. Cleveland at home versus Cleveland. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and give that a 2. That's a little 2. At Baltimore, I'm also gonna give that a 2. I almost gave it a 1, but I'm gonna give it a 2. And we got at Los Angeles Chargers. You know what? Versus Los Angeles Chargers. I'm gonna give it a 3. I'm gonna give it Then at Philadelphia, I don't have faith in Philly this year. I'll say that right now. Versus Buffalo. It should be a 2. I'm gonna give it a 1. I'm gonna give it a 1 because I think that's the toughest matchup of the whole year. So. Alright, at Washington. Kansas City at Washington. I think Washington's defense is going to be good, especially against pass. I think Washington's defense is going to be really good. Is it going to be enough to slow in Kansas City? It should be. Maybe. Can they keep up offensively, though? Probably not. I'm going to give them a 3. Gonna give them a 3 on that. That's fun. At Tennessee. Defense, yeah, I'm gonna give them. Kansas City has the best offense. Has the best potential. Has potential to be the best offense, and I think it has the offense with the most potential. And it's probably gonna get there, to be honest, because it's Mahomes. He hasn't had a bad year. Is Tennessee though? Tennessee should be good. Tennessee's loading up on offense. Even though they lost the offensive coordinator, they're gunning for it. But is their defense gonna be able to hold up? You know what? think Washington's a better team than Tennessee is overall, and I don't think they can necessarily keep up fully with Kansas City. I'd love to see the game. Don't get me wrong. I think it's a 3. I think it's a 3 in terms of Kansas City's likelihood to beat them. 3 out of 4. All right, versus the New York Giants. Do I make it a 4? I don't think it's that bad, though. That's the thing. Their defense is good. Their defense is solid if the young pieces play well as well as they can, I guess I should say. Their offense has pieces. I don't have faith in the O-line. And it's not Daniel Jones, it's just the O-line. I have no faith in the O-line. I'm going to give it a 3. Same rating as I gave Washington. Same rating as I gave Tennessee. Versus Green Bay. I'm going to go ahead and say it. Well, take these judgments based on the idea that Aaron Rodgers is still a Green Bay Packer. Do I expect it to maintain that way? I don't think so. But at the moment, he's on the roster, so I'm going to act like he's expected to be there. That's a 2. That's a 2. You know, I just realized I said versus Buffalo, and it is at home against Buffalo. But I only give him a 1. I think it should be a 2, simply for the fact that I was under the impression that I was at Buffalo and not at Kansas City. I'm a retroactively 2. Sorry about that. I should have been more observant. At Los Angeles. I'm gonna go ahead and I give it a 3. I know it seems like I'm kind of being almost lazy with the predictions and giving the fact that I'm predicting most of these to be wins. However, this is the Kansas City Chiefs we're talking about. They've been in the Super Bowl 2 years in a row. I expect them to win those games. Or at least they should win most games, or they're expected, you know. Dallas. At home versus Dallas. I think the reason I keep doing 4 so long is because I actually kind of enjoy this noise myself. So let me know in the comments if you do or don't like any particular trigger. Also, let me know if that bothers you. I know I do it a lot. So let me just do it again. Alright. And then there's the bye week. Then we have home versus Denver. At home versus Denver. If Drew Lock's a quarterback, they probably won't keep up. Two? No. 3? 3 or 4? You know, I'll give this one a 4. That being said, not a 3. It's a 3. It's real close to a 4, but it's a 3. No, it's right here. versus, at home, Las Vegas. That's a 4. Little Euro step there. Next, at Los Angeles Chargers. I'm gonna speed this up a little bit. At Los Angeles Chargers. It's a 3. Yeah, it's a 3. I take it back. It's a 2. Is it 2? Is it 2? That's 2. Pittsburgh. This is Pittsburgh. I'm gonna go ahead and give them a 3. I almost want to give them a 4, but I think I think Patriots are gonna be pretty bad this year. But like, they could surprise. They've never had a losing season under Tomlin, so like, you'd have to get 8 wins or less to have a losing season this year. I think they're gonna do that, but like, I don't think they're gonna be like 3 and whatever, or like 2 and whatever. I think their O-line's bad and their defense is regressing. Not enough to keep over the Chiefs. And then we got at it's in Denver. I can't read my own writing. Who's the last team? Cincinnati? That's not a C. That's not a C. Huh. That's totally not a C. That's weird. Silly me. 3. They're not gonna be good for a little bit. They're gonna develop for a little while. Their offense is gonna get going, and they're gonna try and build a defense, and it might create a Matt Ryan situation, Falcon situation. Right. Lastly, last week of the schedule, week 18. Oh wow, 15 minutes. Week 18, Denver Broncos are gonna be probably losing to the Chiefs, but like, their defense should be good by then, so I want to give them a 2. I'm going to give them a 3 because I think Denver will be out of the playoff like right at that point, just because they don't have a true quarterback. Plus their defense is nasty. I think it's going to be really good. I don't know about nasty enough to carry them, you know. But, all right, let's do the math. 4, 7, 11, 13, 16, 19, 20, 24, 27, 31, 34, 35, 37, 40, 43, 46. Post 6 is the Chiefs number. We're at 14 minutes in, and let's get on with the Denver Broncos next. Denver Broncos is the New York Giants. At the Giants, I don't think they're going to be good yet. I think they're still going to be trying to get in the swing of things. Defense take a bit to jail. I'm going to go ahead and give them dub. I'm going to go ahead and I think it's going to be a 3. I almost gave them 2 because I almost wanted it to be a toss-up, but I think Denver's going to be the better team at week 1. It's a 3, but it's almost a 2, but it's 3. All right. Jacksonville at Jacksonville. Is Jacksonville's defense? You know what? I'm honestly gonna give it a 3 too because I think Jacksonville's defense isn't really gonna. I think they're gonna stop the bad Broncos. The Broncos offense. I think they're gonna stop them, but like, well, I think they're gonna stop them okay, but I don't think they're gonna entirely shut them out, like how they probably will be for most of the other games. I think that they're gonna allow them to work and operate a little bit, but I think the defense is gonna kind of suffocate Jacksonville's offense, no matter, even if it's got Trevor Lawrence by then. Their offense will be good eventually. However, that defense, I think, for Denver is going to be real good, especially in the secondary. I give it a 3. Give it a 3. Alright, the New York Jets versus the New York Jets. It's a 3 also, because I just think they're going to fucking swarm Zach Wilson. There's no way they start any other quarterback on that roster. There's no way they would start another quarterback on the roster other than Zach Wilson, because there's nobody else on the roster that's worthwhile. All right, now versus Baltimore. I'm gonna go ahead and say it's gonna be a slugfest. I'm between a 1 and a 2. I'm gonna give them a 1, just because it's probably one of the harder games. I'm gonna give them a 1. 5 birds matter. At Pittsburgh. I'm gonna give them a 3, man. Like, they've got a kind of easy beginning of the schedule. I didn't realize that. Been a lot of this trigger lately. Been a lot of this trigger so far in the beginning. Alright. Versus Las Vegas. I think that's also a 3, man. That's also a 3. Oh yeah, there's 2 versions of this noise. And then there's we're gonna do this one for a little while. Alright, we got next at Cleveland. That's a 1. That's a 1 right there. I think Cleveland's offense is going to work with Denver. And I think that Cleveland's defense is good. I think Myles Garrett is going to do enough to mess up the Bengals offense. Alright, Washington versus Washington. It's a dub, I think. Actually, they're very similar teams. Both defensive oriented, and if the quarterback plays above expectations, the team will be very good. If the quarterback doesn't, that's what's going to hold them back, going the distance. Because they're both well-rounded teams, like everywhere. I'm struggling with my words tonight, and this side of my mustache as well. 2. It's very cool. They're basically the same thing. At Dallas. I think their offense is going to work. I think their defense is going to allow them to keep up. Based on the matchup, I'm going to give them a 1. I think Dallas' offense is going to work simply for the fact that nothing else is going to. And Dak Prescott is a damn good quarterback. He was on pace for historical numbers and before he hurt his ankle. I feel like he's just, I don't know about better, but like he didn't really rely on his mobility that much anyway. He just used it in like the red zone and stuff like that. I also did move around a little bit, but like he wasn't a Kyler Murray kind of guy. He's more of old Aaron Rodgers in the fact that he can move around and he will, and he'll use it to his advantage. But that's not his money making words. Give him 1 because I think Dallas is gonna win that game. Weird. At home versus Philly. That's a I give that a 2. I give that a 2. I give that a 2. Just because of the matchup also. Because I think Philly's defense is going to be okay. I think Philly's offense is going to be subpar. I think that matchup aligns well. And versus the Los Angeles Chargers, I also give that a 2. I think the Chargers are better, but I think since they're at home, I almost gave it a 1. But I think no, yeah, this is fine. At Kansas City, that's a 1. That's a very sporadic tonight. I don't think I should apologize for that. At home versus Detroit. That's you know, I don't think I'm gonna predict Detroit win any games this year. I know they will. I know they'll win some. I'm gonna give it a 2 though. I'm gonna give it a 2. Cincinnati versus Cincinnati. You know, I'm also gonna give it a 2 because they're opposite teams. Cincinnati's going full offense. Denver's going full defense essentially. It's gonna be those two versus each other because the other ones are gonna be both just kind of even. Like the Bengals defense is gonna be okay, and Broncos offense is probably gonna be okay. I don't know. 2. At Las Vegas. Los Angeles Chargers, I'm going to go ahead and give them 1. I'm going to be able to lift it up this time. I'm going to go a little bit faster for a bit. Versus Kansas City, I'm going to also give that a 1. Alright. 9, 10, 13, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 24, 25. 26, 28 to 28, 30, 31, 32. Only a lowly 32 for the Denver Broncos. I have faith in them. I have faith in their defense. I don't have faith in Locke. I hope he proves me wrong, because I'd like the Broncos to be good. For multiple reasons. Moving on to the third team of this, it's going to be the Los Angeles Chargers. We're going to see if we can bolt through this one a little faster. At Washington, that's going to be a 2. The defense is good. It could shut down the offense for the Chargers. I almost give it a 3, but I'm gonna give it a 2. Versus Dallas, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 3. I think they're gonna be able to keep up with that. And the defense should be better than Dallas's, so they should get the upper hand. At Kansas City, you know what? I'm gonna give it a. Yeah, I'm gonna do math and give it a 1 based on what I gave the Chargers. What I gave the Chiefs, I should say. Okay, doing math, sorry. Should have communicated that. At home versus Las Vegas, I'm gonna give it a 3 because it's division games. I want to give it a 4, but I'm gonna give it a 3. I just realized I only given 1. I only given 1 4 so far. No, I'll give him 2. I'll give him 2. No, I'll give him 3. I need to shut up. Versus Cleveland, I'm gonna give that 2. And I'm gonna give at Baltimore a 1. Why? Because birds matter. This is obviously not a Raven. I'm gonna give you about 10 seconds to guess in the comments below. I'm actually gonna do this. Go ahead, guess in the comments below what kind of bird this is. I happen to know. I'm gonna tell you in about 10 more seconds. It's native to Africa. It's a secretary bird. Scientific name I think is Capricorn. Something Capricorn, which is pretty cool. Or no, actually might be Sagittarius. I think it's Capricorn. That was a 1. At home versus New England. I want to give it a 2. I feel like Hunter Henry's probably gonna go off. At Philadelphia, I'm going to give it a 3. Versus Minnesota, I'm going to give it a 2. Minnesota could have a resurgent year. They could stay down another year. I don't really expect them to. If they stay down another year and they get like a top 15 pick again, they're gonna be nasty next year because they have players developing now, players developing from last year. Like a lot, and they're good at drafting too. And they also don't have a lack of talent in the roster. I think I don't know what happened last year. Their defense just sucked. Don't know why. Versus Pittsburgh, I'm gonna be bold and give it a 4. I think Los Angeles Chargers defense matches up very well against the Pittsburgh defense, or the Pittsburgh Steelers offense. And I think the Pittsburgh Steelers defense matches up okay against the Chargers offense. Like, firmly, I think that. Denver. At Denver. What did I give them? What? At Denver, I think I gave it a 2. Yeah, 2. At Cincinnati, I'm going to give him a 3. It was almost a 2, but I think it's going to be a 3. Versus the New York Giants. I'm gonna... If Daniel Jones is performing how they want him to, and how they're hyping him up to, which I don't think he will, but I'm rooting for him, I think this is a 2. However, at the moment, it's a 3. Because it is later in the year, so I expect the Giants defense to be better by then. Kansas City versus Kansas City. It's a... Do I give it a 2? Yeah, give it a 2 then. And next is at Houston. I think everybody can guess where this is going to go. I think everybody, probably even Houston and Houston's fans and Houston and all of Houston probably know how this season's going to go. not well. So that should be a guaranteed dub for the Chargers, even in Houston. I don't know why. Home for the Chargers versus Denver. I'm losing my mind. That's a 3. That's a 3. And for Vegas, at Vegas, the last week, week 18, that's a 2 because it's at Vegas. Let's do some math. We got 5, 6, 9. Okay, I do math for a second. 9, 11, 13, 15, 18, 20, 24, 26, 39, 32, 34, 38, 30, 43. Alright, and let's do the last team of the AFC West to wrap up my ASMR AFC West schedule prediction. We are at the Las Vegas Raiders versus Baltimore. One. I don't have a lot of faith in the Raiders. Seventh inning stretch. Wrong sport. Yeah, 1. I think Baltimore's gonna kick ass, and I think Las Vegas is not, especially in the beginning of the year. I think the defense is gonna be meh. I think the offense is gonna be good, but I think the defense is gonna be meh. Pittsburgh at Pittsburgh. 2. I would have given it 3 if it was at Las Vegas, but versus at home versus Miami. I get it a 2. I get it a 2. Yeah, I get it a 2. Miami's offense should be adequate. Miami's defense is going to be good. I don't know if Miami's offense is going to be as adequate as they hope, or at least in the beginning of the year, which is week 3. Yeah. It's 2. All right, week 4 at the Los Angeles Chargers. I gave the Chargers a 3, so this one's a 1. Wow. So based on the first month predictions for all 4 of these, it would be basically where my predictions are is basically the Chiefs, probably with 3 wins and 1 loss. The Denver Broncos probably with 3 wins and 1 loss. The Chargers with either 3 wins or 2 wins and 1 loss, or 2 losses, I guess. But I think I'm leaning more toward on the win than the loss. And then the Raiders are either 0-4 or 1-3. I'm sorry, Raiders fans. At home versus Chicago. feel like Khalil Mack's just gonna eat you. Like he's just gonna like eat you. 1. At Denver. I'm gonna give that a 1. Versus Philly. At home versus Philly. I give it a 2 or do I give it a 3? Let's think about matchups. I'm really torn between it. I'm going to give it a 3 because I don't know how many more 3s I'm going to get on this one. I think they are going to have a few wins. I don't think they're going to be against teams that they're supposed to win against, to be honest, though. This might be one of them, though. Even though I think they are supposed to beat Philly, because I think they might be a better team than Philly, talent-wise. And they have a bye week. Then they're at the New York Giants. I give it a 2. I don't know why. I have a feeling about that game. I feel it's going to be a kind of a toss-up, a rough and rowdy one. I don't know about rough and rowdy, but like a well-fought game. I'm just talking out of my ass. But hey, I believe it. At home versus the Chiefs, I'm pretty sure I gave them, Yep, I'm going to give them 1 just because I would give them a 0, would give them a 4. Would give the Chiefs a 4. Would have given them a 0. However, it's a division game. Division games mean there's always a chance. Given there's a chance every Sunday, but division games especially, as most people know. That was wrong. This is what I'm looking for. I apologize. Next is Cincinnati at home versus Cincinnati. I don't think they're gonna win it. I'm gonna give them a 2. I'm gonna win it 2. But I was also thinking a little bit about 3, so I'm thinking I'm gonna, fall in the middle. Let's give them 2. At Dallas. I almost gave him 1. 2. Oh, I almost gave him 1. We are nearing the end now. We've got 6 games left, I believe. Yes. Now at home versus Washington. That's a single digit, man. I don't necessarily like. I think Washington's gonna be a force by the time that part runs around, and I think their defense is probably gonna swallow the Raiders' offense. I don't know how the Raiders' defense is gonna be. I feel like it's not gonna be working well enough to stop the makeshifts or maybe Heineke-led Reds football team offense. It's a 1. At Kansas City. Oh yeah. Here's the 0. Here's the 0. I don't have a 0 noise. I didn't make a 0. I didn't make a 0 trigger noise. I probably should have done that. But instead we're just gonna a little makeshift. Little computer next to me. Hope you enjoyed that special trigger. Let me just erase all the random letters I typed into there. Okay, cool. Cleveland. At Cleveland. That's a 1. versus Denver. That might have been loud, and if so, I apologize. Try that again. Better? At Indianapolis. They should be good by then. I'm gonna be silly. I'm gonna be silly. And give them a 1. And then lastly is at home versus the Los Angeles Chargers. This is me shaking back and forth. This is just who do you prefer? It's a 2. Alright, let's get some math. Pretty. You got a 23. Now to tally up all the numbers, I've got from 4th to 1st, the Las Vegas Raiders finishing with a likely record from anywhere between. I'm not even gonna do that. That's too hard to do. I expect them to get around 5 wins, maybe 6. They scored 23 points on my little scale. And then it's 3rd place in the division is the Denver Broncos. I think they're gonna be good though. I think they're gonna be a really good team. So I feel like they could, depending on the offense, obviously. I feel like they're gonna be. They should steady be a 9-win team. They could be an 11-win team. They could even be a 6-win team if they really their offense doesn't work that well or defense falls apart for some miraculous reason. I gave them a 32. I didn't give them a 32. They earned a 32 on my my little scale thing. My little, what we talked about. And then number 2 in the division, 2nd in the AFC West, I have predicting with 43 points the Los Angeles Chargers. I think they're probably going to be also around a 9-win team. I think they have a higher cap than the Broncos do. So I could see them even being like a 13-win team, potentially a 14, if they are really that good. If things break out that way, but nothing breaks away for the Chargers. So they're honestly probably gonna be a 9-win team. They could be like a 7. I don't think they're gonna go as low as 5 or nothing like that. They got a lot of bad luck last year, so hopefully that goes away. I think they probably an 11 win. If I'm gonna put my money somewhere, if I had to, I'd probably say 11 or 12 wins. 13 isn't out of the question though. And narrowly snagging 1st place in the AFC West by 3 points in my little scale is the Kansas City Chiefs. They could go undefeated. This Patrick Mahomes and the offense is good. I don't think they will. They're a flawed team. Their offense isn't. Their offense is flawed. They don't have a true number 2 receiver in my opinion. But Mahomes makes up for it for sure. I could see them being undefeated. I don't think they will. I could see them being a 15-win team. That's very realistic with them. Let's count the games on here that I have them that I don't think they aren't necessarily likely to win. So that means it's either a toss-up or they're unlikely to win it. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 games on here. I have 5 out of 18? 5 out of 17 games I have them a toss-up. I don't have them unlikely to lose any of them. I almost did the Buffalo. I have all of them at a toss-up. So let's just say those ones that are at a toss-up, hey, go half win, half loss. Let's just say the fifth one ends up in their favor because they're a good team. So that's 3 wins and 2 losses on top of all the rest of the games. So that's 15-2. 15-2 is what I expect for the Kansas City Chiefs. So from worst to first, I'm predicting the Las Vegas Raiders, the Los Angeles Chargers, no. I misspoke. Let's try that again. From worst to first in the division of my prediction, the AFC West will go the Las Vegas Chargers at 4th, the Denver Broncos at 3rd, the Los Angeles Chargers in 2nd, and the Kansas City Chiefs at 1st. What a shocker. What a shocker. The team that's been in the Super Bowl twice, I'm predicting to be really good and possibly earn the number 1 seed. Shocker. Thank you for watching. I know I've been a little bit absent, and I know I uploaded the failed one a little while ago. I've been a little busy. That's not really an excuse, but thank you for being patient with me, and thank you for watching. I plan to make more content. I plan to make more role plays. I plan to make more this, but with all the other divisions in the NFL. So that's 7 more videos just like this off season too. Probably gonna make other like NFL ASMR content. That's not schedule predictions. Schedule predictions are just an easy way for me to formulate a way to talk individually about certain games and certain teams, and also use triggers intermittently. It's a feeling out process. I think it's going well. Once again, thank you for watching. Back soon.